Hello, welcome back to Headlong Hunt. Unfortunately, I was unable to capture the title screen, so oopsies. Anyway, last episode, we just did more combined levels. I think we finished another page. Yeah, this grass thing is still such a meme of a puzzle mechanic. Anyway, this episode we're gonna be moving on to more interesting stuff, maybe. So yeah, alright, let's move on. Alright, lamps inside of ice blocks. Okay, it looks like the goal is to scare you this way, then up, then over. So I need exactly 3 to be hit, and not 4. But how do I get... Because going into here will definitely hit this lamp. And the 3 was already molten, then hitting this lamp would cause the 4 to be molten. So... Okay, my goal, or my... No, I can't... Well... Okay, something I can do is push the 4 away and put in a lamp to replace this. So put in the 2 or the 1, right? But the problem is that it requires a 3 to be molten, and if the 3 is already molten, then the 2 and 1 will also be molten. So it doesn't work either. If I scared you in here where the 3 isn't molten, then this is a completely stuck situation. I don't think I can get in anyhow. If the 3 was molten, then doing this would scare you into the 4, so... The goal is... Well, if you were here, I scared you up against maybe a lamp. But then again, how am I gonna get a lamp into here? I pushed you in, scared you up into a lamp, I can scare you rightwards and upwards. But the problem is, how do I do that? With any of these ices. I have to get the 3 to be going away, but the 3 can't go away without the 2 already having gone. If I scare you up here, I don't have much else I can do besides put a lamp down. Well, actually, if I scared... Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I can override this machine over here. If I can get something to enter here without the 3s being melted. Or maybe this lamp isn't melted. So this is probably our first step as well. I don't know. That's one lamp. I can put another one down. It's actually very easy to put all 3 lamps down, so... I don't know why there's an extra lamp here, though. Maybe I have to get out around this or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is how I get you in, but now you can see that there's a big problem here. I just can't scale you over. But... How do I fix that? How would I fix that? How would I fix that? I can't bridge around. The thing I can do is push this 4 out. That is one thing I can do. I don't know if that's something that I should be able to do. I would say that it must be doable to allow this puzzle to even work, because the monster must come out this way. So the ability to push this 4 out may not necessarily be, you know... Also, to actually get these to melt, I need all 3 of these to be lit up. Meaning that I can't just put a lamp in here as well, because even if I did... Okay. So a lot of mysteries here. It appears that I need all 3 lamps to be hit before entering here. Is that true? If I were here, if I were below it, I could scare it up. But how would I get below it if the monster were here? I can't go around. If I could somehow go around the back, maybe? It does not seem doable. I can bridge. Put these ice blocks around. Okay, my thought. What if I sunk a lit? Ah, what if I sunk a lit lamp? Is that doable? Let's try singing a lit lamp. Does that undo anything? It might melt the 3 and then the lamp sinks, which keeps it at 2. The 3 melts, we only have 2 lamps, and hitting a 3rd lamp prevents this from melting. That is my theory. And to do that, I'm going to need to put this 3 here. This one has to go here. Okay, the 2 has to go as well. So the 3 and the 2 will be sort of here, so I can scare it to the right after hitting this. And then you can do this. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. What is that kind of mechanic? It scares up, this falls, and it scares upward even more. It doesn't stay. Now that is interesting. But it does look like... Yeah, the fall lights up for a split second and then goes away. Okay, that's really interesting. But okay, maybe then what I want is to hit this first. So this should be the 1. Meaning that they should all be here. Because after hitting this, yeah. And the 2 get it out first. So this 1 here, and then this 2 can be somewhere in this column. Yeah, okay, this is fine. This goes away. And now this 4 will light up for a moment, but this sinks, therefore this will go back down. It didn't light up for a moment, but it should have. This goes up and the 4 stays because there is no 4 lamps out here. Actually, hold on. I want to retry this puzzle. But I want to do something. If the gameplay options, the number, if they did count down, what would this number say? It says 3. It says 2. It stays at 2. Okay. Okay. Sure. All right. Let's not keep that on though. I still prefer my numbers full. All right. Level select. Okay. Very interesting. So I'm imagining we might have to use that here. What is this? So these numbers indicate the number below. So the 1s imply that there are 1s in the lamps above. Okay, so that's what these numbers are for. For indication. This syncs those. And so I have to sync them... Well, okay. If I did this, it goes all the way here. And because there's only 1 lamp being lit up, this 2 is still not done yet. I want to be able to scale it this way with 4. Okay. I wonder how good I can make this. That 2 will sync. That 3... Is this gonna work? Oops. Alright. Okay, lucky me. I guess I just found a solution. Cool. Sure, I'll take it. Okay, what is this now? 4s and 5s. Okay. My first step is this. The 1s go away. Then I have to do this. Okay. I need to... What do I need to do? The 5s? Are all the 5s connected? I think they're barely connected. Okay, so... After hitting all of these lights, the 4 will go down. These 4s also need to go down. The 4s will melt, the 5s stay alive. However... for the 5s to keep staying alive, it needs to go here, here, and here. So you have 3 more lit up here, plus this one makes a total of 4 lights. Therefore, if I want to stay alive, there can't be another light here, otherwise all of these 5s will be gone. Therefore, I need to find a way to get you into this row, which means one of the blocks go here, but I need to sink the 4s. Okay, I'll sink the lamps here. Okay, so the 4s work here if this is a good valid first position. I need to scare you into this row first, then up. Wait. Okay, I think I also need to use this ice block because I can't use 3 hits to get you to be here, I don't think. If the first hit got to slam right here, the next movement has to be in vertical directions. So it's almost a parity type of issue here, where if your final movement must be a vertical, then your initial movement, if you want 3 total hits, must also be vertical. So you must go vertical, horizontal, vertical. But since our first movement here is always going to be horizontal, you must have 4 total movements, therefore 4 total blocks. Which means that this block here must be used. And I can see how that works. So it's a horizontal, vertical into this block, horizontal into here, and then vertical into here. So that forces this to be here because it's the only place in this row that's a 4. Then to go up here, this must be here. And because this is hitting here, the last block must be here on this 4. Okay. That is a little bit of an issue, actually. Okay, never mind. Crap. I don't think we have any better options here, though. Do we have any better options here? That didn't work. It looked like it would have worked, though. These do need to melt, so maybe it's not about this block. Or maybe it is. But I can't just do this, can I? Because if I try to scare you up, I can't scare you left without scaring you away. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And if that isn't possible, then there must be something else. So maybe up. I see you need to be in this row finally. Like the final. I will need... None of these lamps can be on like right away, right? Looks impossible. I was gonna scare you here or here. But even then, it's very hard to get you back. So to actually get the 4s here to melt, I will need these lamps to be on land. I can't use them as bridges or anything. If I scared you here first, then up. Okay, these ice blocks are all free initially. Is there a better way to get you into this row? Do I have to get into this row? When all these melt, if this row is good, is there anything better? No, actually it does look like this is good as a last step, just to hit against here and then go up. I don't know if that's like a... if that's the only way to do it. Another thing I could do is, technically speaking, this sort of thing. That misses out 1 ice block. I don't know if I can ever change anything about that. But yeah. I don't think I can change anything about that at all. I can very slightly move the ice blocks around, but still. Ah, that will fall, right? the ice will fall and pass through. And that's what makes it possible. Okay. Actually, was that the only possible position? I think it was. Yeah, this position is not possible because it doesn't actually hit the lamp. So this is a forced solution. Because these two must firstly be offset by 1, and no other two positions in these two rows do that. Actually, these two do, but that doesn't leave enough space for this to be hit by you. So these are the only two other good options. And then for this row itself, this wouldn't work, as I just explained, and this is the only one that works. So this is a forced solution. Wow. Okay. Alright, solves it. That is actually an amazing set of puzzles. A very nice mechanic that is expanded pretty well. Right, moving on. We're mixing everything now. Again, our goal is probably just to get you to hit that lamp first. Okay, all the ones have lamps inside, so even after this, you can't actually push any of these blocks. You have to get them around this. I think this is all forced, right? And then now the grass is empty. The grass is freed. I need a shove here, I believe. Okay, to get past you, I will need to use this grass. That's doable. Okay. If I could... I need to get you here to be able to shove you upwards. So... I can't scare you this way. So you need to be in this grass. Then I can stand here to scare you. To be in this grass, you need to be here. So you need to be here. That seems doable. Yep. Okay. That does it. I think we're out. Nice. Okay. Now we can push these around. So this is the final stretch, I think, where we mix everything. We need to light up both lamps. One grass. To actually get you here, I need to put something vertically here. I guess a lamp on top of a grass seems interesting. This is the only way to get a solid object to be in any of these positions. But of course, first I need to actually get you... Okay, so what I think I should do is use this block as a vision blocker. I need to get above you, so actually no. It looks like this. There you go. Now I can position these very well. I mean, this is forced. So these have to be placed immediately. That's a bit awkward though. Because... like... yeah, how do I get that to work out? Since you're gonna be here. I'm gonna need it to be here, but that isn't possible. What if I did it the other way around? What happens? There'll be nothing below. The grass falls, okay. That's good to know. Okay. That doesn't help. Well, it would help, honestly. I do feel like getting the monster into the grass is a good first thing to do. Because that lets me maneuver stuff around more freely. Is it possible to do something else? After you hit this lamp, your only good other option is going this way. Oh, it's easy. I just put a grass here. I don't know why I'm overcomplicating this. Yeah, it's just... okay. I don't need to be hitting against a block. All I need to be doing is staying in grass. So actually this is good enough. Lamp 1, lamp 2, grass, exit. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Alright, next up. Okay, is that forced? I don't know. This is doable, so it's not forced. Once get that to work, but that grass is stuck there. I'm not sure that's definitely a good idea. I can still do this and manipulate the 1 as a result. Actually, I could go above and manipulate the 1 easily. So maybe this grass is useful? Maybe? I need to clear all 3 of these lamps. So 1, 2, 3. This lamp... Well, after this, how would you make it here? Well, it's a lot more likely that this 2 is used down here after the 1s are gone. Then I can scare you down, hit against here, and then go here directly. Okay. But what are the hitches with this plan? That is a hitch. Okay, so that means that I need to put the grass here. Because you're going to be here, right? I need to be able to push this block down below here. So there must be a grass here to support. And I think I can just go around you and scare you from above like so. That looks good. Don't do that first. We're gonna get this block down here. Alright, and we do this again. Then we do downwards. And there you go. Nice. Okay, that is 3 more puzzles down. Just a bit more and we'll be down to our final puzzle here. Well, not final. I don't actually know what stretches on beyond. I'm just assuming it is. Alright, first 4 more trial puzzles. Alright, 34. Okay. Gonna have to bridge over, scare you up, scare you over, and then scare you down. Only hitting 1 lamp. Exactly 1. I need to get over and come back. So I have to use some grass. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 things. Or 4 things I need to cross. Scare. So there must be something here to block. Possibly not a lamp. Because there's already a lamp hit here, I can't hit a second lamp. So it must be... Well, it could be another 2 block. That could be useful. The 1 block is not going to be working. None of the 1 blocks are going to survive anymore. So in fact, to get over now, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 7 blocks to get over, plus probably 1 block here to act as an actual blocker. Okay. So the 7 blocks must leave this, and this free. So it must be one of the 2 blocks, and then some grass blocks, I think. Is there an order as to which? I don't think there is. But we'll see if there actually is. Okay, let's get them in this kind of order first. So all of the holes that we don't actually need extra bridges for, we will put them with the destroyed blocks, the ones that will be destroyed in the future. So now the empty one and the other lamp block can be in there. Then that leaves the grass and the lamp over there. Here. Okay. Okay. And then I can bridge over. Scale up. Scale over. And now we'll have the required resources to get over here, scale you down, and we're done. Alright. So I don't know, maybe this was doable with any other order of objects. I guess it's just a large variety to maybe, like, I don't know, induce some decision paralysis or something. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, next up. 35. Okay, maybe the same idea? Doesn't look like it. Well, you know, it does look like it. I can only light up 1 lamp. Which... it can't be upwards. This traps it. So this is the only first good start. The lamps either go away or... Yeah, no, they go away. Or they act as blockers. Right, they do act as blockers. They can't be used as bridges because they are lamps. It looks like what I want to do is send you here, send you up. How will I do that? I want to send you up, push you over, send you down, then send you over. Okay. Actually, how will these lamps help me? I mean, I can bridge, but isn't the bridge not going to be useful? Yeah, it's not going to be. What do I put two of these on top of each other? They all sink. There's nothing helpful there. Yeah, so how are these gonna help me? Ah, I can put one. I need space. This none of these can go away though. I can put one here. That acts as a blocker so you don't get scared towards here. Then up, and then I need another blocker like up here so I can go below it and then push you over. And then I can scare you down. A blocker above wouldn't make a lot of sense, so but a blocker below would. Then go over you, scare you over, and then scare you down. Then all I just need to do is walk here. Okay. So some of these act as bridges then, which allow me to get this thing over. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. So these act as bridges, which allow me to get this block over. Actually, wouldn't that singular bridge already have gotten something over? Yeah, I think it would. This is a good first spot. The second good spot is this one. And then there's still a use for this. I don't know what that might be just yet. No, that can't be there. Okay. Which means... Well, that does mean something very interesting. Because if that can't be there, I can't actually go above it or anything. Yeah. So either I use another block, or this one goes above. Going above seems bad. But I think I can use the fourth block for something. So this can shove. I want to... Yeah, okay, this block is already put in the right position. I can just use it as a blocker. For vision, not to actually block your movement. Nice. Alright, 36. What is this? Is this a lamp in an ice in a grass? Oh my god, the recursion. Okay, as per usual, I can light 2 lamps. Wait, this is just a lamp in grass. What? Okay. I can push you away. So these are options I can use. So I have an option to do this, but once this happens, you're dead. My other option is to scale upwards, so I think it's the only good first option, to be fully honest. So that gets you done, and then after this, I can't really do anything anymore about the lamps. Okay. What is this for? Can this be used to bridge? Maybe. If I were on the other side. Actually, this would be used to bridge as well, actually. Okay. I don't know what my final goal is, though. My final goal is to go horizontally from here. So maybe against a second lamp. If I went here though, I would need... I mean, this has to be the first step, right? Where else can I scare you that actually would do anything? If I were able to bridge over, I could scare you this way. I could scare you leftwards. But I don't think that's possible right now. Right? Yeah, it doesn't look possible. Okay, the first step is scaring you upwards. And we know that scaring you downwards requires a hit against a block. Is that true? I can use this grass, but I can't scare you to the left if that happens. I could scare you into this grass, but I need to clear it out first, which would have already made it empty. So it has to be another block, which necessarily then means it must be the second lamp. Because hitting this would definitely clear out every single one of these ices. And so whatever you put down here to scare it down, then that makes it kind of a problem, right? Like, I can do this, but then this gets it to break. So this fails. This is way too many. Can I make this better? This is actually a very good final spot. Can I can't manipulate that. That's the problem. So I can't manipulate that. I don't know if I can actually change what happens in here either. What about this? What is that used for? Well, I mean, this grass exists so you don't get scared, so maybe I can do something about this? Why? Maybe like that? Scale you down here? So I put something here. I can put any ices here though, that wouldn't actually do anything for me. I could use this rock for something. Actually, I could bridge over. Is that good? If... Okay. Okay, if I could do this first... No. You'll be scared there already and then you'll be stuck. You could do this. I could actually scare you around and then do that. So that's a good way to first jailbreak you in the wrong spot. Not necessarily a good spot, but not necessarily a bad spot either. We just don't know what kind of spot it is. If I could actually bridge over like this, I can actually scare you up against this. Oh, interesting. Now I could use this block to my advantage. If I could mess around with your position first. Could scare you over, scare you down. So if you were here now, which actually doesn't seem very easy, but if you were here, I'll be done, right? I'll be able to scare you downwards against a lamp here and I'll be scare you over this way. Okay, but clearly not that trivial. Also, why is this a grass is my question. Because another thing that I could do is actually first of all do this, scare you into the grass and then do that. That does scare you upwards, which is something. It's not something very useful to me, because I can't scare you leftward anymore. But it is different. Another thing I could do is also push you in one more. I'm not sure how helpful that is. Well, okay. Actually, what I could do is first use this to bridge over. Yeah, okay, I push you here to block you from going into this grass first. I push you here, scare you there. I can now go around without scaring you away. And now I have a functioning bridge. Like so. Well, I already did have a functioning bridge, I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess I could also scare you up before doing my things, but this is just what we'd had before. Why is that grass there? Is this so I can push you? That doesn't change a thing, it actually scares you away because it's not two grasses in a row. Okay. It looks like what I want to do is jailbreak this block by maybe bridging underneath instead. But I don't know if that's possible. If you were hit here first, would that change a thing? No. It could change a thing. But I wouldn't change it. It wouldn't change much at all, honestly. So why is that grass over there? It then implies I must be able to pass through somehow. Either to push this block one in, or to go fully in. To push one in makes the most sense to me. Or, no. But if I could have a block here and here, I could go in, around, and push you out. It's just not doable with our resources, I don't think. If this grass wasn't here, this would still work exactly the same, I think. Just scaring you over and then scaring you somewhere else. Actually, wait, hold on. No, I can use this as a bridge myself. Ah, and so this block over here is the one that acts as the... Actually, it's already in the right spot. Acts as the one that hits second. Ah, okay, gotcha. So I gave the wrong roll to the wrong block. Okay, sure. Alright, level 37. Oh, lore. Haven't seen that in a while. Some researchers complain about being overqualified for manually rearranging all the rocks and plants on an island, often though they're underqualified since their landscaping skills are seldom up to par. Well, I mean, those are two very different things, but sure. Okay, so what was my goal again? Up there, I need to hit all 5 lamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a good first step, and maybe the only first step, is here. I can move around the 1s a lot. I move around these 1s and 5s a lot as well. This 5 is interesting though. What do I want to do with this 5? I don't know. Okay, to scare you up and over though, I need this grass to be up here. So I can scare you over to the left. I see no other way to get over. So that must be forced, unless it's first used as a blocker. But that's forced. I must scare you up, so there must be a grass up there, meaning that this must be here. Or somewhere else in the column, but it must be in the column. The final goal is to hit this here, so there must be... Well, I don't know. Well, okay, I can hit down here and then over. So there must be this lamp over here, or down here. And so this exists. Okay, here, it hits here, then here, then here, then here, then here. Okay. And our first step is to use this 5 as a blocker for ice, I guess. Okay. I need to hit this first. Okay, never mind. So this ice goes away. Here... Wait, after hitting here, what happens? Then maybe here... No. Because after this... That'll be the second lamp, so these will go away. I mean, this is forced next, right? Unless I bridge over, which doesn't seem possible. So this is the next forced move, meaning that either this acts as a blocker... Oh yeah, it's the only thing that can work. Okay, so maybe... Maybe this happens instead. I can do that. I can move you, maybe... I don't know where I'd move you. This 5 has to be here to act as a blocker now. So here, here, here. Then maybe this 3 acts as a blocker here. Here. Then I move the 5 down, up, over, and then up again. So this 1 stays there. Okay, not a great idea. Because now you're stuck, and I'm stuck. Now we're all stuck. Okay. Is there a better option? I don't think there is. I can't really move you away. Alright, let's restructure and see. I think it is our goal to move this here. This 1 I don't think is really helpful though. In fact, once I hit that lamp over there, this 1 already has to be in the right spot. Which can only be here. We already defined this to be its only right spot. It's this followed by an up, right? Is that forced? Down doesn't seem to do anything useful. Why is there a 5 on this grass, I guess? Maybe it's because there must be something in that 5? That's not necessarily true. Like if I went meta and thought about puzzle design, that 5 grass is used for something. I just don't know what. I can't put anything in the center. I don't think anything is accessible in the center. So if I scale you this way, and I scale you up, could I have scaled you better? I don't think so. Actually, maybe this one can be moved around before this is done. Like, if I can't go around it and push this around because that would just get that to go away. So I thought this 5 has to be here. But the problem with this one lamp is that it just doesn't let me pass through. So now I can't really go around it to scare you from here. And I'm pretty sure that's designed to be that way. Annoyingly. So I don't know how I might fix that just yet. Can I dodge? Well, yeah, maybe this one as grass is useful then. Because I can use it to go around it. Okay. Okay. This 5 has to be here. So let's do this. Scale you up. Okay, the one... I think this grass maybe can be... this grass one can be a little lower first so I have access to the monster. Okay. So here. Over. Can scale you up now to be in position. Down. I can use this grass to go around it. The only issue is that now this doesn't exist, but I can use this 5 grass actually to stand here. The 5 grass now needs to be in the way. Okay, and then down. Can now put you in position which is here. Over. Up. You need to be in this position now. Can scale you up. Over. Need to make sure this 5 is in position as well. This way, this way. The last 2 grasses are used as one ways to scale you over. Now that is a satisfying puzzle. But maybe not as satisfying as this final one, which looks very interesting. Alright, it's our final one for now. Combine 38. Let's go. Okay. Lore, what do you say? Some biologists grow to respect the creatures as adversaries. True battles of patience pit the biologist's navigations and planning ability against the animal's remarkable tolerance to flinging themselves around and colliding with stuff. That is very well said. I sort of like really love it when puzzle games, or games in general, just you know, the end of the game isn't necessarily about defeating an enemy. So here it's not about me capturing all the monsters, it's more about the challenge of competing with them. It's more like the spirit of competition as the moral of the story rather than you've caught all monsters, good job. That's what I think is maybe what I like about this story in general of this, I don't know. Okay. Alright, so let's actually begin. There's a bridge here. Lots of lamps. My final goal... This actually looks a lot like the leaf, no, not leaf, the grass final puzzle, by the way. And I think that's intended. Okay, my final goal is probably to get rid of this block here. And then from here, scare you over. That seems like possibly the only thing I could do. This one needs to be put in a good position though. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 lamps in total. So I can get rid of one. It's very interesting I can get rid of one. Or I can skip one. Okay, meaning I could push one into this as a bridge. Okay. Can I choose one right now? If here, if you were to go... Oh, I don't know. Here. This looks a bit tough, right? To hit as a lamp. Also, my first option here is possibly to just hit you this way. I don't think I can do anything else to block vision. A lot of these ice blocks are very stuck in position. I do have multiple ways of getting across though, including some grass inside, which I can use as one-way bridges. So this is, I think, forced. Everything, the positioning of the grass before that is not, but this looks forced. Okay. How can I salvage this? Why is this grass over here? Why... I can do that. I guess you do this, but not necessarily the most useful. I can push you in water right now, that's interesting. This too is available. The unfortunate thing is that I think from this point on, things get a bit stuck. Hmm. Can I somehow scale you upwards in any way by going around you? These guys are just completely stuck. Even if I remove the one, you guys are forming these 2x2 blocks, which means that now these blocks are actually accessible. Are any of these blocks accessible to build a bridge here that I can scale you up with? Because scaling you up looks like maybe a good thing I can do. If I could bridge over this gap. None of the blocks look like they want to do that at all. Not even these guys. In fact, what is this even for? This looks so useless. I don't know. But okay, let's assume that this is our good first step. What is a good second step? I can't get any block into this area, that's the problem. So up? Up either means hitting this with this over here, which is interesting. I can't actually do that, can I? Or using this as a blocker. If I were to use it as a blocker, it would just land here and I don't think I can do anything after that. And also if I manage to scale up and say, where would I then scare you? I could scale you left or right. If I could clear this, I could scale up to here, but that's not very useful either. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. This was like a very... this is not the only thing I can do, but that's clearly not true. There must be something else. Because scaring you up is just completely unsatisfiable. I can't do anything with that. I can move you around. But how does that help? Doesn't. Unless... Oh, unless what? A lot of these lamps don't seem useful. And I can get rid of one of them, and one of them is all I can get rid of. If I could get this two to be over here... Oh, we need to melt something else first, though. So like maybe up here, then over here? That seems okay. But how would I get a 2 in here, then? How do I get a block in here is my question. Because these blocks are stuck right now. And if I can't move that block in the way, otherwise it'll just be in the way. This would scare you downwards though, that's bad. So it looks like I might need to scare you in the way. I can clear you out preemptively. Okay. Then there is another problem of how I get back in here. Because even if I can push this 2 out and scale you upwards, I can't actually get in. So another bridge must exist. But I don't know where said bridge can exist. Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy can be here? Does that allow... Yeah, that would allow a bridge to exist. Also, I think this one and all of these had to be somewhat positioned first, but right now we have other bigger problems to deal with. So this goes here. I can clear out this grass preemptively and therefore scare you over. And now I can scare you over there. And of course, you are blocked. Okay. I am blocked. You don't have anything to get rid of it with. I can't even bridge over here yet, so can I fix that? I see that this 2 goes away. Is that useful or is that detrimental? I don't know. Okay, this is there from the start. Am I just completely stuck here is a question. I think the answer is yes. This 3 block actually would be very helpful for bridging once the 2s go away. So that's what I think it might be used for. That's why this 1 also has to go away first. And then once this 3 goes away, then this 4 becomes useful. Although to be fully honest, I don't know why a second grass block in this row would be useful though. Maybe here? Maybe there? I don't know. Okay, but there must have been something better. Okay, for example, an adjustment I could have made was actually to put this lamp here. So you go down here and hit this lamp instead. That doesn't help my problem. This ice can also be moved around. Maybe here? Ah, that could be useful. Okay, so I think what I actually want to do is not have this ice block in the way. Although this is very interesting, I don't know why. Okay. Okay. What did I just do? I just went one big round. Okay, this one here, this one here. Here. No, don't get it there yet. Now I want to use this to block. Over here. Open this grass up. And now it's going to be stuck in there, which allows me to retrieve this block. I can now scare you downwards, and I think over to light up this lamp. And now these 2 can be placed here to catch it. Okay. So if this was gone, I can actually bridge over as I wish. Okay. Now see, the problem with this sort of like method of solving is that I'm going to have to do the same thing over and over again. That is because, well, every single time I do a step, it's very hard to predict what's going to happen. So what I'm relying on is using, just playing through and seeing what I need along the way. And then we'll have to move the stuff around. This 3 block can be here to scale you upwards. As a one time, but that's fine. Oh, okay. That is not good at all. And that's why this 4 block. That's why this 4 block must be pushed here. That actually allows me to get another bridge back. Okay. This 7 block is probably supposed to be somewhere as well. Actually, since this has never gone down this corner before, this can actually be placed here immediately. If that were to happen, then what? Here. This block can be pushed down here to catch this way, then up here. Okay, got it. So this should be here, and this should be here. That actually lights up all 7 of these lamps. So down, left, up, and then I can actually stand here to get rid of it all. Okay. That should actually get us most of the way there, unless there's something I didn't notice before figuring out this final solution. I don't know. It could be something. I'm really interested by... well, not really interested. Yeah, I am really interested by this little shuffle down here in the corner. I do want to know what's going on there, to be fully honest. Okay. Let's get you this way. So this 3 goes here, this scares you up. And now I need to go back to retrieve that 4 and use that as a bridge instead. I don't think that we have ever learned that move before, and so that's actually pretty interesting to me. Okay, so now this bridge exists. Can cross over. Go down. I need to scare you across. Scare you up. And actually, that's why... Firstly, this grass is here, and that's why this grass is here. This grass must act as the only one-way bridge across to this second island. And this will be pushed into here along the way, which is why that grass must exist. Cool. And I think we're done. There you go. Oh, what? Oh. Wait, holy crap. Is this meta? that scared me. But yeah, okay. Hey, even in this little obscured area. Wow, you are very speedy and also very scared of me, I suppose, seeing as how fast and how far you're running. Thanks for playing. Alright, that was very cool. I did get an achievement for traverse a combined area and capture every creature in the combined area. Wait a minute, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I have one more achievement to get, and I think it's with this last creature over here. Not there. Where is it? This is ice area. Grass area. Yeah, okay, so all the way back in the beginning area. There is still one more achievement to capture every creature, and I don't know how or where. Aha! What? Okay. Wait. All of this is blocked from us, though. Okay, it is just this final creature, I think. Okay, there you go. What the heck is this? There you go. There you go. I've captured every creature. A final secret. To end the game. Sure. Bonus. This is the only bonus level. Okay, and that's it. That is all the achievements in Headlong Hunt. I may or may not still be missing something. I'm not entirely sure though. If you're willing to tell me in the comments if I've missed something, then yeah, sure, I don't mind. Yeah, I really like all the puzzles in this game actually. I was reading the past few patch notes, and there have been consistent improvements to each level, so that's nice. Yeah. Tweaked ice 26 to make the solution more constrained and such. So yeah, still good that this game is, well, maybe not anymore, but this game did receive a bunch of puzzle improvements, which I think is very nice. Also, I really like the little fun lore drops that occurred every once in a while. It made this puzzle game a lot more lighthearted than usual. Also, you see this thing over here? This group of 4 blocks around here that keep showing up everywhere else, especially in the ice area. That's a very nice pattern I've been seeing. I don't think I've noticed or talked about it, but you can see a lot of these 2x2 blocks used around here. It is very convenient to be used, but I think it's interesting that it also acts as sort of a theme. Whenever a new puzzle mechanic is introduced, usually there will always be these 2x2s. And so that's a very good little checkpoint. Anyway, yeah, cool. I'm very happy to be finally done with this as well. Alright, so that is it for this series. As per usual, I'm not going to reveal what the next series of puzzles will be, so we're just gonna end it off here. Overall, a very enjoyable game. So yeah, definitely did not regret playing it. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!